Yo guys, today we've got some exciting news for all Blue Lock. It's finally confirmed that NEL Bachira is dropping on April 26th, and the update is expected to go live around 9 a.m. But of course, just like with previous updates, there's always a chance it could be delayed by 30 minutes to an hour. So I'd say expect the update to roll out sometime during the morning or late morning, depending on your time zone. Just don't miss it. Now, for those who have been following my channel, you already know we discussed NEL Bachira's concept in a previous video. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure to check it out. We talked about some crazy potential moves based on the manga, and honestly, it's looking like a lot of those ideas might actually become reality. Let's quickly go over what we're expecting from NEL Bachira again. First off, the flow. It was mentioned in the announcement post that flow will be a part of NEL Bachira's kit, and based on how things are usually done, I'm guessing it'll work similarly to Nagi's flow. But instead of the skull we see in Nagi's, we'll most likely get Bachira's iconic monster, surrounded by a yellow and black aura, which honestly fits his whole aesthetic perfectly. And for abilities during flow, I'd expect something close to awakened genius type skills. Probably something like 2 consecutive dribbles, maybe even better. If they borrow from Yukimiya's flow too, we could be looking at a longer dribble duration and increased sprint speed with the ball, which would be super fun to play. When it comes to Bachira's playstyle, I really think he'll shine as a support-focused character, especially on the flanks. Unlike a pure striker like Baru, Bachira seems like the kind of player who'd be best at setting up plays, dancing past defenders with fancy dribbles, and making those flashy passes. In a way, he might end up being a solid competitor to Don Lorenzo. And while Don is more defense-heavy and turns into a midfielder only during his ultimate, Bachira might naturally lean into that midfield role with dribble and pass-oriented moves, and of course, an ultimate that's likely a shot. Also, I really hope they add a chemistry reaction with Otoya. I feel like Otoya is criminally underrated and underused right now. I've seen, maybe one person play him in the past month and a half. A new chem reaction might bring him back into the spotlight. Now, speaking of polls, one of the characters that placed high was NEL Nagi. Now, I have mixed feelings. If they go the funny route like they did with Igaguri, maybe something like a McDonald's Nagi or some meme concept, it might be a fun twist. But at the same time, Nagi is literally one of the most OP characters in Blue Lock, so I feel like he deserves a serious treatment. But hey, we'll see what the devs decide. Let's also talk about what else was mentioned in the post. Major old bug fixes. So, what could that mean? First and most obvious, or the bug with regular Bachira's ultimate. That's been around for a month now, and it's time for it to go. I'm really hoping this update finally squashes it. Second, the bug with chemistry reactions. People have been asking about it non-stop on the official Discord, and even the helpers are noticing. Sometimes the chem just straight up doesn't trigger, especially when there's no cutscene. That's definitely something they need to patch. Third, the annoying bug where after you awaken, you can't move at all. That one's been affecting gameplay pretty heavily, so I'd consider it a major bug too. Oh, and don't forget, there could be some nerfs coming too. Possibly to NEL Isagi or Kaiser, especially since a lot of people have been talking about how busted they are. And let's not forget this little gem. Special code at 1.6 million interested. My guess is they'll give out around 10 to 15 lucky spins, which is a perfect opportunity to increase your chances of getting NEL Bachira if he's available on release. One more thing, and this one's for all the Rin fans out there. There's a huge chance that the long-awaited Ren Rework is finally on the horizon. The community has been begging for this for months, and honestly, I think we finally made it happen. Y'all spammed the devs in the suggestions tab, we kept the pressure on, and now it really feels like something's cooking. And personally, I believe that Rin is going to be the next big drop after NEL Bachira. There's a popular suggestion in the official Discord that's been gaining a lot of traction. Big shout out and credit to the person who posted it. And it's basically the blueprint for the rework. Let me break it down for you. So the idea is Rin's rarity should be world class. Because let's be honest, he's right up there with Kaiser and NEL Isagi in terms of talent and impact. But at the same time, I totally agree with the creator. Instead of making another NEL version of Rin, it makes more sense to just rework the current Mythic Rin and give him the respect he deserves. Here's how the moveset rework might look like. And trust me, it's wild. First move. Finesse Shot. A powerful curve shot that follows your mouse direction, just like NEL Isagi's quick and deadly strike. It'd be fast, clean, and super satisfying to use. If you're off the ball, this move turns into Lukewarm, a counter-attack style kick stolen from an opponent's shot. There's also supposed to be a special interaction with Kaiser here, which would be fire if they actually add it. Second move, Shot Feint. This one's cinematic potential is off the charts. You fake a shot, cut inside with the left foot, then immediately explode right. It gives you something called Occlusion Break, which activates a 6-step zigzag dribble pattern, kind of like zombie dribbling from the manga. When Rin doesn't have the ball, this move becomes Metavision, distorting the field visually, tracking the ball's path, and analyzing enemy movements. Very similar to Sei or NEL Isagi's Metavision. Third move, Destroyer Mode. This one's about pure aggression, boost to shot power, speed, and curve. And the more steals, goals, or ankle breakers you land, the more buffs you gain. Off the ball, this transforms into 4-meter radius. For 30 seconds, Rin creates a vacuum zone that intercepts passes, dribbles, and shots. It's giving serious Phantom Troop vibes, like that sword guy from Hunter x Hunter. If you're in his zone, you're done. And here comes the cherry on top. Ultimate Animation. Picture this. Rin steps back, looks up, and says, "You won't even let me lose by myself?" His team forms up behind him. The toy from his childhood appears, distorts, and we see his crazed eyes and inner demons. He grips one demon and makes it vanish, then grabs another from his ankle. Finally, he declares, "I am an egoist. I am Itoshi Rin." He's in his awakening outfit, tongue out, drenched in sweat, just like in the anime. Pure chills. And that's not all. There's an ultimate move where Rin fakes a shot, kicks the ball in the air, grabs the opponent by the collar and says, "I told you. Here's your VIP seat." Then, boom, launches the shot. Another one, Destroyer's Dominance, is similar to Kaiser's Dominance move. You force a pass from a teammate, then fake a volley, twist into the opposite direction, and enter Destroyer Mode. And finally, his signature finisher, just called Destroy, where Rin coldly analyzes his opponent's weaknesses and dismantles them one by one. Calculated, ruthless, egoist to the core. Honestly, if even half of this gets added into the game, Rin's rework is going to be legendary. I really hope the devs take inspiration from this and deliver something that truly captures his energy and evolution in the story. Alright, that's going to wrap up today's video. If you enjoyed this breakdown and you're hyped for NEL Bachira, do me a huge favor. Smash that like button, drop a comment below about what you think of his upcoming moves or the bug fixes, and of course subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're trying to hit 5,000 subs by the end of April, and with your support, I know we can get there. Every sub, every comment helps push the video into the algorithm and gets it seen by more Blue Lock Rivals fans like you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.